Hi guys, I had so many of you ask me about this ironing board cover remake that I'm going to show you how I did the mini board. I have a tutorial already for a regular standard size ironing board as well as a wider one because I have both. So I have pattern pieces for those covers if you want them on my blog, hungryhippiesews.com. For this one, literally all I did were the exact same steps and I just traced this around. So let me show you. This one I got at Walmart and it was just way too skinny and these grates were pressing onto my fabric, like leaving imprints. So what I did is I took the padding that it came with, which was this sad little piece, and I added two more. This one is a fusible fleece and this one is a quilt batting. And why the two different ones? Because I had the scraps sitting there. That's why. So for this board, I have 3 layers of cushioning. That's what I found I needed. And then I make the cover with an elastic perimeter so that it fits really nice and snug over the board. So let me show you how I did this. All right, for this ironing board, what you'll need an iron so you can press your elastic casing. You'll need some elastic. I'm using 1/4 inch wide Dritz elastic, some cutting tools, sewing machine, and of course the fabric. And I'm going to make another one with this gorgeous fabric that I just love from Ruby Star Society. Isn't it awesome? You want about 4 inches all around. Make it plenty big enough. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to give you enough leeway to make a double fold hem, because this will be your elastic casing that your elastic goes through. Now you're going to fold your edge under 1/4 inch all the way around. Now a faster way to do this would be to serge this edge and then just do one fold. But a lot of people don't have sergers, or their sergers are assholes and hard to use. So I'm going to show you the way to do it with just your home sewing machine. Okay, once you've gone all the way around with 1/4 inch, you can come back in and now fold it at least a 1/2 inch. It depends on how wide your elastic is. You're making a casing so that this slides through easily. So I have 1/4 inch elastic, so a 1/2 inch casing is fine for me. If you're using wider, you might need to make this a little bigger. Just be aware. Now you're probably going to say, okay, at the curvy part, it's a little more difficult to do this. And yeah, it's kind of weird to try and fold a casing around a curvy edge, but just do your best. If you have a little pucker, don't worry about it, because this is all going to be elastic anyways. You're not going to see puckers once this is put together. So I like to throw some pins in around this perimeter after I've pressed it, just to keep it in place, keep everything tidy. And then we're going to sew all the way around, leaving an opening of about 4 to 6 inches. And you can pick the back side. I usually pick a side of the board just because it's easier for me. Doesn't really matter where, just leave yourself an opening. Okay, I'm going to move this. And take out your pins as you sew. Don't worry if you have bumps or creases or places where you're sewing over the fabric and it becomes a little wrinkled. The beauty of this is that all is covered when the elastic is put in and scrunches everything up anyways. Think of a scrunchie. That's how it'll end up. Oh, this is an ironing board scrunchie in a way. Is that dumb? That's dumb. Strike that from the record, Your Honor. I don't know. She'll be coming around the mountain when she comes here. Around those corners, you'll definitely be sewing over some kind of mashed together wrinkle of fabric. Don't worry about it. I'm for real. Don't worry about it. Once the elastic is in, that all goes away. Okay, so now we are ready to insert the elastic. Now I honestly forgot how long I cut mine last time. Let's see here. Hopefully. And remember the trick from the last video. So I put a safety pin. This is the end that I thread through. And on the other end, I pop a pin so it doesn't get lost in my channel. So here we are, pin, safety pin. Here's my opening. And just start threading it through. And here we are around the other side. And because that pin is in there, I didn't lose it. So now I'll take the pin out. Now 1/4 inch can be harder to secure together, so just take your time. You might want to use a clip to hold it in place or a pin. Now I do a zigzag stitch to secure those pieces together so that there is a bit of give. Pull this section straight and close the opening. So here's the finished board. I'll show you the flip side. It's okay if you've got excess around this edge. What's not okay is if you make it too small and then don't have enough to cover and come down to the belly. That'll piss you off. So I would recommend, if you're serging, you can take like a 3-inch border when you're cutting. If you're doing the double fold hem, take 4 to 5 inches around, just so you don't run out of room. I hope you had fun making this ironing board cover. If you need any help, feel free to contact me. The standard size ironing board and the double wide ironing board tutorial is on my blog, hungryhippiesews.com, and that one comes with a PDF download if you want the shape to trace instead of measuring. You've got this. It's simple enough. These make great gifts for your sewing buddies, and they're good stash busters as well. Have fun making, and thanks for hitting subscribe and like. I appreciate you. See you soon.